Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Elia Azim binti Paridin. My matric number is H318208. I want to present about introduction. First of all, entrepreneurship is driven by the entrepreneur, a person who launches and oversees the operations of a new business venture. The entrepreneur is generally self-employed, self-motivated and ambitious, and is willing to take chances to meet his or her goals. Unlike the capitalist, a business person who generally limits his or her role to financing commercial ventures. The entrepreneur is the driving force behind the formation of a new business and asserts a great deal of control over the key management decisions. Many entrepreneurs also assume responsibility for hiring and managing employees. Successful entrepreneurs tend to be highly skilled at organizing and motivating their employees. In some cases, the entrepreneur invents or develops a new product or service, which then forms the core of his or her new business. In other cases, however, the entrepreneur simply discovers a new way to market and sell an exciting product or service. The risks undertaken by the entrepreneur are often considerable. Some entrepreneurs invest everything they own into their new enterprise with no guarantee that the business will succeed. Other times, a successful businessman will risk his reputation on a new idea, the failure of which could potentially jeopardize his entire career. Because of the high level of risk involved in entrepreneurial endeavors, the entrepreneur generally hopes to earn a high rate of return in the venture. According to many 20th century economists, entrepreneurship is an indispensable aspect of capitalism. Capitalism is an economic system characterized by free markets, situation in which goods and services are bought and sold, with competition determining the prices. Private or corporate ownership of the means of producing and distributing goods and services, and minimal government regulation of business practice. In a capitalist economy, property is driven by economic growth. Entrepreneurship helps promote such growth by continually providing the economy with new ideas that ultimately lead to more efficient and profitable business models.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nofazira Binti Yusof, A21, A2416. I want to presentation my section is entrepreneur background. Entrepreneur background has three questions based on question 1 based on name, age, gender, ethnicity, and origin. Okay. My entrepreneur background, his name Fazilawati binti Abdul, also known as Kaila, and she is 45 years old, and she gender woman, and ethnicity Malay, and last origin. She from Perlis. Actually, she stay at Taman Bunga Keti in area Berseri. Okay. The next is question 2. Question 2 is how did she start the business? She started a business at the Safa Child Care Center in Bandar Sarjana Putra Jenjarum Selangor for center for replacing the managing sister, the nursery in Safa Child Care Center, because at that time her sister was sick. After that, she started the Safa Child Care Center in 2017 until now. Which is 2022. The last question is question 3. Question 3 is what are the factors which lead to the creation of business? Among the factors is a single mother, and in fact no permanent job before this. Also take care of children with disabilities. Actually, she has one daughter is OKU, and she should take care of her child. At the same time, her sick sister has to manage. Finally, Mr. Ila had a job that could cause her to go to work to manage the nursery, which is Safa Child Care Center in Selangor. That is where Mr. Ila built a business under her care, which is Safa Child Care Center until now. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
My name is Lu Beiling. My number matrix is H21A2126. The next one is company background. The company name Taska Safa. Taska Safa has been running since 1999 in Bandar Sarjana Putra, Jenjarum, Selangor. She took over from her sister in 1912, and she bought this business installment and did not involve any financial assistance. Taska Safa is a child care service dedicated to caring for babies through preschoolers. Tasca Safa operates from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday to Friday. It will be closed on Saturday, Sunday, and public holiday. This child care center accepts child age is 0 to 4 years old. The Tasca Safa target customer are dual career families. It means both husband and wife have to go to work. Tasca Safa employees have a partner who handles the management and 4 staff who manage the nursery children. Staff will given training, guidance, and sent to courses such as Khusus Asuhan Permata, Food Handlers course, and CPR training. Tasca Safa involves several agencies and needs to be get approval from those parties such as Jabatan Kebajikan Masyarakat Kuala Langkat, Jabatan Bomber dan Penyelamatan KLIA, Pejabatan Keselamatan Daerah Kuala Langkat, dan Majlis Perbandaran Kuala Langkat. Obtaining approval from them, then the JKM will approve the license by providing a nursery license certificate from 5 years according to the ratios of nanny and child. In addition, she also runs another business, such as wholesale center, grocery store, Ila Resort, and has agents all over the Malaysia.
Hi, I will explain about the entrepreneur before starting the venture. First is working experience. Mrs. Fazilawati has a lot of work experience. Among her experience is working as a personal assistant at Padi Beras National Berhad 1977. She also used to work as a kindergarten teacher. She has a high interest in the field of nursery. This is because she has a close relationship with children, causing him to work there. Later, she got married in 1998 and moved to Johor Bahru. She started a new job as a Hong Leong finance staff for 3 years. However, fate was not on Mrs. Fazilawati's side. She has divorced her husband and moved to Selangor to manage a daycare there. Second is a role model. Among the role models of Mrs. Fazilawati are her sister and mother. This is because her sister is a hard worker even though she has a disability. Her sister is also a thoughtful person, always making initial plans before doing something. Mrs. Fazilawati is also a person who really appreciates her mother, so he has made her mother a role model as well. Third is entrepreneurial activities. Mrs. Fazilawati has the nature of wanting to help. Among her entrepreneurial activities are appointing agents among single mothers, women who want to build good finance, and encourage women who want to help the family finance. Fourth is intention of being an entrepreneur. She has been an entrepreneur since 2007 until now. And last, parents' background. Her mother is a housewife and her father is farmer. Mrs. Fazilawati comes from a difficult family. She has 6 siblings. Her mother is a person who cares about education. Her mother has been a single mother for 13 years. So that is the parents' background told by Mrs. Fazilawati. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hilmi. Now I'm going to explain my part, which is the entrepreneur at the time he or she start the venture. Firstly, I'm going to explain about primary motivation to start up. As we know, Fazilawati is a single mother. But from that, she doesn't care about the title, which means she practiced to always put in their mind to ignore herself, which means she doesn't care about their condition and always too hardworking. Okay, for the next element is the main goals. For your information, after she divorced with her husband, she moved to the Selangor and take over her sister child care center. From that, her main goal is to improve their family financial, because she still has children. The second is intention to equally help others. From that, we see the entrepreneur, which is Mrs. Fauzilawati or Kaila, is a very nice person, that she wants to help many people to gain their own financial. From that, she help the other people with take it as an agent for their product. So the last part is share sustenance with others. This means that Mrs. Fauzilawati think that she run the side income business, which means the wholesale center, that she take a product around the real estate and she will promote it to the all state at our country, and she will help a local entrepreneur to gain their profits and their customers. But the third element, which is resource that available before startup. My group know that Mrs. Fauzilawati, after she divorced with her husband, she tell us that she only has a car and do not issue so much capital to start up the venture, because she tell us that she take over her sister child care center after her sister in not unhealthy condition. From that, she also use a platform social media and just work from home for the side income. The fourth element is any networking that Mrs. Fauzilawati use. And what my group know is Mrs. Fauzilawati only use social media such as WhatsApp and Facebook to promote their product to their customers. She also tell us that she got a lot of customers from social media platforms such as WhatsApp. for the fifth element, which is controlling at early stage of business, serious or not. Okay. Mrs. Fazilawati tells our group that it was very serious at the early stage because she tells us that she very taking care about her time. Time is very important. So she said that we do not have to make a customer waiting for a long time. So don't be a careless person when we have become the entrepreneur. So Mrs. Fazilawati tell us that we need to fast action, and also we need to manage our financial with clearly. For the sixth element is risk orientation at early stage, at early startup. Okay, Mrs. Fazilawati said that the risk orientation at early startup is rejection. As we know, for her side income business, which is selling a local product from a local entrepreneur, is a very challenging. So she said we need to good in convince a customer, because when we good in convince them, it will make us easy to get a customer and get their trust. And the last element is prepare or not to start up. As we know that Mrs. Fazilawati is a very hardworking person. She tells us that she is always ready in having any risk or problem. From that, she tells us to not always to put negative thinking, such as to give up or to stop from doing anything new, because Mrs. Fazilawati is a very hardworking person. As my group know, she do a side income business such as a wholesale center, and she also help their parents to take care their small grocery store. So I think that's all for my part. Thank you.
And the last conclusion is basically an individual needs to learn and sharpen his or her entrepreneurial skills in order to become a successful entrepreneur. Besides, an individual also must have a good personal entrepreneurial traits, full of determination, not afraid to take risks, high level of confidence, crave learning, understanding failure is the part of the game, highly adaptable, good understanding of money management, expert in networking, ability to sell and promote. In fact, there are a lot of entrepreneur traits that are available that can lead an individual to become a successful entrepreneur. In addition, this kind of entrepreneur traits are the main value that need to be learned, followed, and applied by each individual in order to become a successful Entrepreneur. These entrepreneur traits can be classified as most essential elements that differ the difference between the successful entrepreneur and the ordinary entrepreneur. This is because most of the successful entrepreneurs in the world do practice and apply at least one entrepreneur that had been listed above. Thus, without any doubt, each individual or entrepreneur needs to learn and apply the selected entrepreneur traits in order to achieve success in the entrepreneurial field.